Mm, mm-mm. Good morning, family and friends. Welcome to the Woke Nation and welcome to this new day. It's our day, it's a great day, and we are great. It's part of nature, and we are part of that nature, and we are here to explore and enjoy the nature, our life. We are the life, we are the truth, we are the way, just as the nature is. Nature, our source. And I want to share with us what I titled, You Are Unchangeable. You Are Unchangeable. What I want to share with you is what religion and spirituality has taught us away from. They taught us away from who we are, to begin to believe and imagine there is higher being somewhere who is in charge of creating and controlling us. But when you ask to know that being, they say you cannot know it. In religion, they said it's after death you will know that being is a spirit you cannot see. Then in spirituality, they said, everybody have different view or different belief about that being, but nobody can see it. So both religion and tradition are the same shit in different toilets. Simple. So whether you call it foreign religion or African tradition, African spirituality, not tradition, African spirituality, they are the same bullshit in different toilet. I'm African, Akebulan. I'm a descendant of my ancient African ancestors, and they had African knowledge before African spirituality. Spirituality is just like culture. So culture can be changed. Spirituality can be changed, but nature, knowledge of truth, factual truth remain the same. In every dispensation, every time, truth is truth. That's nature is nature. You cannot change it. You can try to cover it, you can try to fight it, but the nature will always prevail. And that's why the truth will prevail, because we are part of that truth, and we will not give up seeking and spreading the knowledge of factual truth without fear or favor. And I encourage you to join us, the woke nation, the awakened Africans. Let us keep seeking and spreading the knowledge of factual truth together. No competition, no comparison, no covetousness, no worries, and no fear. Just do it humanly and naturally. Don't fight and start killing yourself, or oh, I don't have money to do this. You have yourself. You have your mouth to talk. It's not a must you be online. It's not a must you be on Facebook. It's not a must. Think about it. You see how they are locking down certain things. What if they lock down internet? No more internet. Are you telling me you can't communicate anymore? You can still live. We were living before technology. We were living before money. We were living before all this, and we will live after them. We will keep living because we have been here millions, uncountable years. All right. So you are unchangeable. I'm talking about your nature. And when I'm talking about your nature, is two: your source and who you are. Your source and your person. So that's what I'm talking about. God is not your source. Jesus is not your source. For those of you that are still confused how you came into existence, look at yourself. Use yourself as an example. How did you come into existence? Did you fall from heaven? That God created you and dropped you, then you fall on the earth? No. Your parents had sex. It's a natural thing. Sex is not a spiritual thing. Invisible spirits don't have sex. It is visible spirits like you and I. Like I'm a man, then I need my opposite sex. Opposite sex. We have sex. Yeah, we have sex. That's how we reproduce or procreate, and that's how we came into being. You say in the first person. Who gave you the idea of first person, first man and first woman? Religion gave you that idea. Their God was silly. He said that he created man first. Then after, he brought animals to that man. Man was having sex with those animals. And they found out that man is not satisfied. Animal cannot satisfy man. Then he said, let me make man make a helpmate for this man. Then he caused the man to sleep. And from the man's rib, that's where woman come from. And you believe that? That's the nonsense religion taught us. And many of us grew up believing that. And I still see many grown adults still believing that. And that's what messed up our brain, especially the Africans. The moment you embrace that religious creation theory, it messes up your brain. Find out your own ancestral creation theories. They also had theories. Every creation, teaching or preaching is theory. Is a myth. It's not real. No one knows that, but we know how we came into being as people. Man and woman come together. That's nature. Nature is in pair. Nature is two, it's not one. That's why the idea of one God is evil and working against nature. Nature, you have up and down, you have left and right, you have male and female, you have God and goddess, you have king and queen. It's two. You have tall and short. There is no way it's only one. There's no one man. There's no one God. There's no one woman. There is no one thing. Anything you see, look for the second one. You see, they tell you their God is one, but they say when their God want to destroy the world, right? After he created that, but he said all the animals go into the ark in pairs, not one. If your God can do all things, and if God created anything in the beginning, he will still be creating today. Unless that God is dead, but you still denying that God is not dead. The God is not dead. You cannot see that God. The God that is not dead, that God cannot create anything. At least if God is the creator, that Jehovah, that Allah, that Yahweh, he would have created the cure for coronavirus that we are still suffering at the moment. We are still suffering. I went to 7-Eleven to buy dinner, what to eat. I went there, they put big transparent plastic in front of their cashiers so that if people speak, maybe, some people, when they speak, their speech can go mileage and hit somebody. I laugh. Somebody, he used to be my co-worker, so I met him there occasionally. He was taking picture of that. I laughed. I wanted to take picture. I said, forget about that bullshit. I'm not moved by coronavirus. Personally, I'm not moved by it. Why? Because I am African. My daughter said, why are you saying? I said, I've been living my life before that. I've suffered what is more than coronavirus myself. The reason why you see the whole world panicking is because it's affecting the rich ones, which are the white ones. My daughter said, what do you mean? We have some rich black people. I said, no, there's no rich black person in America. He mentioned Kevin Durant. I said, no, white man is still signing his check. Somebody is still paying him. He's not rich. Because many of us think being rich is maybe you have uncountable money, have family and a house. No, black people are not rich in this world at the moment. They used to be rich before the evil people came, invaded them, lied to them, deceived them, killed them, raped them, and they took their possessions, then turned them into slaves. Till today, black people are slaves. So it is individually we are liberating ourselves from that. But it's like the African Americans in America are like bears in the cage. No matter how fat you become, that bird become in that cage. No matter how rich, no matter how famous, that bird remain in that cage. It's not free. That's how they are. And that's why we are teaching this, because we have to unite. The African Americans cannot set themselves free by themselves. We have been in this for hundreds of years. You think it will just happen overnight, boom, we are free. No, we have to first wake up, know ourselves, then unite. When we unite, we begin to fight, we begin to war. That's when the war will start. No, the war now is individually, and that's why I'm teaching you or showing you this, showing you to know who you are. Wake up, then know you who you are. When you wake up and know who you are, you will trash every religion and spirituality they teach to keep you below who you are. Then after you have destroyed all that, you will fight to reclaim your heritage, which they stole. All right, so you are unchangeable. Nature is unchangeable. Spirit is unchangeable. So for those of you that believe God created you according to the Holy Book, Bible, Quran, Torah, all right? They taught you there that God created man in his own image. After his likeness, he created them and made them male and female. That's what the Bible, the Quran, the Torah said. They repeated the same Jewish fable. What I just showed you now is Jewish fable. They made up that creation theory. It never happened. They even stole it from our ancestors, embellish it, they beautify it and make it appear like it's originally from them and tell you this is the word of God. This is the beginning of the world, and it's about 6,000 years. Why our ancestors, as Africans, we have been existing in this world millions of years. The artifacts or the structures that our ancestors put up is evidence that we are older than the book of Genesis. We are older than Yahweh. We are older than Jehovah. We are older than Allah. So if you believe that God, so because of, for your sake, you that believe that God created you in his own image, I want to tell you that if God created you in his own image, and in John chapter 4 verse 24, it said that God is a spirit. You are created in the image of God, then you are a spirit. And he said that in Malachi chapter 3 verse 6, he said that God changeth not. So if God is unchangeable and God created you in his own image, you are unchangeable. But the truth is this: naturally, you are a spirit. Before religion came and stole it and said that their God is a spirit that made you. No, your parents are the spirits that made you. Your parents are the spirit that have said they are the visible spirits that made you, and that's how you came forth. The fact is this: man created God in his own image. It is man that created God, religious man at that. When I say religious man, a man that was afraid, a man that was ignorant. That's who created God in his own image and declared God invisible. So if you ask, where is God? The God you're talking about, he says invisible. He's a spirit you cannot see, but I'm a spirit you can see. No. If there is any spirit that is visible, all spirits are visible. There's no invisible spirit anywhere, unless in your imagination, which is why you are that person is delusional or hallucinating, having false vision, having false image in their mind. Spirit is visible. Spirit is natural. Spirit is eternal. Spirit is infinite, just like the universe. Spirit is energy. It can move things. It can do things. Spirit is frequency. It moves about. Spirit is indestructible. You cannot destroy spirit. That's why, their theory of hellfire is bullshit. You cannot burn spirit in fire. It's impossible. And they tell you will not enter heaven with this body. Didn't they tell you that? And they're telling you that God will throw you inside hellfire, where moth will be eating you or without dying. You believe that, but you are a spirit. You are a spirit. You cannot be born in any fire. No. It is this body that can be born in the fire. This body is part of you because this body is from the earth. That's what makes you natural. Oh, boy. See, okay, I think so. Anytime I come up, I click cancel. This system is telling me something since they block me and I change my password. When I'm doing this, it say like, log in or log out and all that bullshit. So let me see if it will continue because I want it to be just one. I don't want to have part one and part two. So spirit is indestructible. You cannot destroy spirit. But you that believe that God created you in his own image, you are afraid of being destroyed. You're afraid of destruction. You're afraid of going to hell. So if God will not be cannot be born in hell, you cannot be born in hell. Understand it, for that is how it should be, my family and friends. And the one I'm talking about today is that spirit is unchangeable. You cannot change. I have not changed. Like people that used to know me when I was a Christian, they say I changed. No, I did not change. I changed my faith. I changed from faith to fact. I changed from fiction to facts. I changed from religion to reality. I changed from myths to facts. That's what changed, not me. It's still the same me. If I was sincere when I was a Christian, it's still the same me. I am sincere now that I am the woke. I am not lying to you. I'm not trying to sell to you on real product. The product I was selling as a Christian was the product they taught me in Sunday school, in Bible school, in theological school. And I grew up with that, believing, not knowing, believing that is the way, the truth, and the life. Until I come in contact with factual truth, because I love the truth and seek it with all my heart. That's why I read Bible back to back more than 10 times. That's why I attend seminars, conferences, doing the things that is required of me as Christian then, because I want to be like Christ sincerely. That's why when I see Christians, then I treat them like myself. If they have financial problem, I try to meet it. Even when I don't have much, because that is the type of nonsense they taught us. They taught us that you being poor, you can still make people rich while you are poor. And you see many of my people still living that life. If I am poor, why am I making somebody else rich? Why am I making that man rich? Why am I making that woman rich while I'm poor? You say, oh, God will bless you after you die. Fuck that God. Let that God bless them. Let that God make those people rich. Not them, preying on me, exploiting me, and becoming richer. You see them living in a comfortable place, but you are struggling. Mosquito is biting you, sucking your blood, and giving you malaria, but then themselves, no way. Mosquito never see them to bite, because their house is well protected. And they have what it takes to protect it. But you, look at you, the money we will have used at least to maintain your abode, you go and be giving it to them and saying you are sowing seed. Understand that nature is where you came from. You came from the nature. Nature, human nature. Human nature is what brought you forth. Your father and mother, they are humans that came together, had sex, and brought you forth. And that's how you came into existence. Anything else you want to add to that, or you want to know beyond that, you're on your own. That's why you will end up being confused. Now you will say, okay, I am a taste. No, I'm not a taste. I am taste. And you are confused because you want to know what does not exist instead of you knowing and growing in what exists. So nature is where you came from, your source, and nature is who or what you are. You're supposed to, and that's the main important one. If you don't know your source, let's say you believe, you don't know, you are confused, you keep asking people, how did we come into existence? How did our ancestors come into existence? Since you don't know that one, the particular one you will know that will help you long way is knowing who you are or what you are. You have to know that. That's the way you can liberate yourself. I cannot liberate you. I cannot free you. You are the one that can free yourself. But you have to know yourself first. If you don't know yourself as a freeborn, you will die. You will live and die as slave. Just like you're believing in Jesus because you don't know Jesus. The day you come to know Jesus, you will stop believing in Jesus. Because you will find that Jesus never existed in person and in human history. He never existed. You'll find that Jesus Christ was created in AD 325 by the Roman bishops under the god of Christianity called Emperor Constantine the First. Until you know that, you will keep believing in Jesus. You will even say you are willing to die for Jesus or die in Christ. You say it's a good death. No, it's not. You don't need, you're supposed to know that you don't even die. But that's what they taught you. Religion taught you about death being the end. No, death is not the end. And if you read their book very well, you see how they contradict themselves. They say the people will die, but that's not the end. It's not. Death is not bad, and death is not the end. Death and life are the same thing to us. We live to die, and we die to live. Death, without death, there is no life. You have to die to have life. Lamb from the from the plant, lamb from the yam you eat, the very yam you eat, or whatever fruit you are eating. They first sowed them in the ground, they died. After they died, new life came out. That's like reincarnation, not resurrection. Resurrection is raising the same body. There's nothing changed. The reincarnation is you coming out a new life, which they stole and tell you your own will happen in rapture. When the last trumpet sound, your body will be changed. They stole from nature and they beautify it to you as heavenly that does not exist. Who you are is also your nature, your person, your individualism, like what makes you individual, what makes you unique. No other person have that but you. Some of them may look familiar or sound familiar, but you are the only one that have that nature, which is why my ancestors, Ndi Igbo, the ancient people, said, Onye na Chie. You and your nature. It is between you and your nature. How you were born. The way you were born, that's how you will be forever. Nothing can change it. For example, a man and woman, if you're a man, that is your nature. There's nothing that can make you become a woman. Even if they cut off your penis and put vagina there and grow your breasts and become big like that of a woman, you can never become a woman. You remain a man by nature. You cannot get pregnant. You cannot, no matter how they try, unless you go crazy. You are one with your source. You are one with your source. Your source is nature. Nature is unchangeable. You are also unchangeable. Working against your nature will bring you untold suffering because you'll be confused. You will be confused, and when you are confused, you'll be suffering, because when you are confused, anyone can throw anything at you. You accept it as real, only for you to find out, oh no, it's not real. They give you some teachings telling you, oh, this will bring you that to this. You'll find out, no, it's not, because it's not according to your nature. But when you see what is natural to you, you see how easy it is for you to adapt, because it is part of you. Don't work against your nature. Don't work against your source or against your person. Know who you are. Even if you deny the nature as your source, but at least yourself, you see you are unique. You see you are different from others. You are not like others. So value your uniqueness. Be proud of who you are and live accordingly. Know that you are unchangeable changer. You are the religion taught us to be ascribing that to God. God is unchangeable changer, but you don't see God changing anything. It is you who is changing your life and your situation. It is people who is helping you to change your life and your situation. There is no unchangeable changer called God anywhere that is changing anything in your life or around you. You are the one that is making that decision. Your desire drives you on to do something for yourself, for good, for better, or for best. And when you do what is wrong, you see how you fight to get out of it. And you will see this thing is not working. When you work against your nature and you got rich, you see you will never be restful, you will never be peaceful. You will see how restless your life will be. Some people are like that. They are married, they get their heart desire, whatever they desired in life, but that thing is against nature. Go and check them. Some of them are having sleepless nights. Some of them are suffering. Some of them are miserable. They don't know their. That's why you see them, despite their level of education, an illiterate or somebody else that went to school come out and say, I'm a man of God, and begin to control them. They begin to control them like robots. You see them, a professor, somebody that have traveled all over the world, but you see that person carrying holy book, what they call holy book, you call book holy, because you read a book to become professor. Then book now, there's particular one that's holy, which they use to enslave you. You are unchangeable changer. You are the only one that can change your situation. You can change your faith and beliefs. Your faith and beliefs, which your parents or your or people that raised you up taught you, they are not part of your nature. They are not part of your source, and they are not part of your person. They are strangers. You are not stranger in this world. You are not stranger in this planet. So all that I'm a stranger in this world and just passing through is a lie. It's a religious lie to keep you away from yourself. You know, they used to shut up with Billy Graham and say, I'm a stranger in this world and just passing through. Passing through where? No, you are not passing through. This is your eternal home. This is your eternal place. This is your eternal kingdom. This is your eternal heaven or hell. This world is where you belong. Faith and beliefs, they are religious or spiritual thing. They are not part of your nature. They are not natural thing. Faith is not natural. Belief is not natural, but you are natural. That's why your faith and your belief, they confuse you, make you afraid, make you delusional, and make you, limiting yourself. You cannot think well. You cannot think for yourself. You are afraid that there is one God that will come and punish you one day, and they keep you in that bondage. You keep having hallucination there. You also can change your names. Oh, that's the one some people are using to come in attacking me for saying there is no God or no Jesus. Or when I'm talking about trashing the Bible. They say, but you are still answering Shadrach. I will keep saying that. I am greater than my name. I am not my name. I have many names. I have many names. I have beared many names as a person since I grew up. You know how many if I begin to, how about the name my grandfather used to call me? It's not my name today, but that's my name. If I hear somebody call that name, I know my grandfather used to call me that. So you are greater than your name. So my name is Shadrach doesn't mean I am believing in the Bible or I'm living according to Bible. That name existed before the Bible. Understand that. It's because you don't know, you believe it's in the Bible that is found. And it's not a biblical name even. When I say biblical, it's not a Jewish name. It's not a Christian name. It's a Babylonian name. And your Bible will tell you Babylon has fallen. Africa has fallen. They fell Africa. They call Africa Babylon. What is Shadrach? If you check for your Bible dictionary, it will tell you Shadrach. It said the command of Aku is a god in Babylon. It has nothing to do with Christianity, has nothing to do with Judaism. It has everything to do with Asian people. And it's the name given to my grandfather from my father's side. So being the firstborn of my father who did not see his own his own father, then give me the name of his father. That's how our people do. That's how our people name their children. I'm the firstborn. My father did not name me after the Bible or the name in the Bible. He named me after his own father. So I am bearing my grandfather's name. If you go to my village today, look among the elders, say you are looking for Meshishi Shadrach. In my own Ibubu village, ask them you are looking for Meshishi Shadrach. They will tell you she's dead. She's the only one that bear it in that area. When you say Meshishi Shadrach, they tell you she's dead. You mean Mrs. Shadrach? Her husband was Shadrach, who happened to be my grandfather. Many of you don't know that. You keep changing things because people say that. When I was Christian, I used to do that. I changed my name. I did not change from Afamefuna to Chinemerem then because of Bible. No. I came back to my village after being locked up for 3 years. I came back and my grandmother saw me. They were celebrating that I am back. Right? Then this little girl, she's dead now. Everybody was shouting my name. Afam is back. Afam, we don't use Afam. We use Aham, like my grandmother them. Aham is back. Aham Efna. But Aham, So my grandmother and, people around that used to know me, both the ones that know me or not, they are celebrating I'm back. Right? This little girl come and say, no, his name is not Afam. His name is Chinemerem. That's what she said. And before she died, anytime I go to village and see her, I provide. She was having something like ulcer, atuala, in her leg. I know that somebody may take the money from her. I gave to a woman, said, keep giving her this money. Don't give her all the money because they will take it from her. Take care of her. That's the person that make me say my name is Chinemerem that I am answering today. But I return Afamefune too. If you see some of my Facebook profile, you will see Afam there. Afamefune. The one that used to be Bishop Shadrach, because people keep, I put Afamefune. I put Afamefune there. Ezagwe used to be my real family name. I put it. But I changed as Ezangwe to Ezebube, and my whole family joined me because we are all Christians. They agree with me. But today, my parents don't agree with me anymore. But they already agree with me. So that's victory. All right. So from Ezangwe to Ezebube is descendant. Ezangwe and Ezebube, they are descendant. It's religion that just come and confused me that time. I read Psalm 24, King of Glory. I said, okay, I am King of Glory. We are King of Glory. Because we are from the bloodline of royalty. Yes, Ezangwe family is the ones from the people that run how do I say it, in the royal lineage, like where the chief comes from. The chief of my village, Ibubu, comes from our blood. So that's why you see, I am King Shed, all that. Yeah, I'm king. My father, his business name was Mweze. So all that you're supposed to, when you know yourself and you are saying the truth, don't worry about those who will come attacking you, trying to use some personal things. The main thing is for you to get well equipped. That's why I always say that I was prepared for this before they were conceived. I did not say before they were born, before they were conceived. Before their parents came together, I was prepared for this. No matter no matter the direction they come from, I will withstand them and bring them down. I always bury them with factual truth. But they come, or when some of them come to argue with me, I don't argue with sheep anymore. I have argued enough. No more. I am human being. I argue with my fellow human beings. But sheep, I'm not arguing. I made a post about Obama. Some Africans still talking rubbish. What did Obama do for black people? Obama is satanist. I keep unfriending them. Get out of my profile. We can meet anywhere in the Facebook, but if you must be on my friend list, I want you to accept the sentence I accept. If you don't accept it, why are we there? So one of them said, "Oh, you how do let me remember or use the word he used." He said, like, people that disagree with me, I'm always like aggressive to them. Oh, you're always aggressive to people that I disagree with you. I can't add you to my friend list for you to be disagreeing with me. We cannot be friends disagreeing with each other. No, I made a post saying that I need people, awakened people. When I mean awakened people, people that can get informed about whatever they are saying. People that don't know even what the main thing that happened in America, they don't live in America, but they tell you, Obama killed Gaddafi. Obama is Satan. Obama did not do anything. I say, I don't argue with sheep. Sheep don't get informed. They just speaking ba ba according to what they hear around. They hear another sheep cry, they begin to cry. No, I don't do that. I like Trump as a person, but after what he said against black people, whether I like him or not, I dislike him. I don't care. And his life can show you, or his utterance can show you that he's a moron, although he's the president of America. But people that can judge and judge between two things and bring out fact, we show you is there, it's not in hidden. I don't hate him as a person or anything, or say, oh, because I don't care who is the president. I still have to go and work. And I've decided not to vote. I did not vote the last presidential election. I did not vote, and I will not vote. The only time you will see me vote is when a black man is run. I mean, black man running for presidency. I will vote for that black man. Whether he's good or bad, yeah, I'm racist, but I will not use my racism against other race. I will value my own race. I will support my own race. I will not support another race against or over my own race. Black people, it's time your land. So those of you attacking me, maybe by how I look, some of them say, oh, now you look, but I know I look better than them. This year, I am 50, right? Do I look like 50 years old to you? Okay, see. Bring your own father who is even not up to 50 years and look at me. Tell me that I don't look good. But it's because they are angry. They are looking for their God to do. Their God cannot do anything to me. No way. I don't need help from your God. I don't need anything from your God. I can help myself. You are more than what you believe. Know that. You are more than what you have as faith. You are more than the name you bear. Know who you are, and you will not be moved by what people are saying. You are agent of change. You are agent of possibility. You can change situation. You can make the impossible possible, even in your own life. You have both the will and the power to make things happen. You are in control of your situation, and you are also you have the power to change it. Not only in control, that thing depends on you. Your change depends on you. Your prosperity depends on you. Your success depends on you. Don't let anyone teach you the opposite. Know yourself. That's how your liberation begins. When you know yourself and be established in it, keep growing in it. Don't go as a don't patronize religion or spirituality for any reason. Don't compromise your knowledge. Know the truth and follow the truth, which is based on facts. And you will see how simple and beautiful life is. Life is sweet. Enjoy it. Peace.